Alright, so what do we got? Got Nip Visit again. Unmoored Ego. What does this one do? It's a hate card. It's funny. That one was seemed pretty strong. Camaraderie didn't seem all that strong. Vindicator was okay. And what does the Light of the Legion do? 5/5 Flying Mentor. Wow, that card seems strong. So we've got 2 5/5 flyers, both for 6. Alright, what about the rest of our stuff now? Let's go ahead and take a look at our rares and uncommons. 2/2 First Strike Mentor is a very good creature. That one's good. This creature's okay. Again, it seems so expensive, but my opponent's cast that on like 5, I think, versus us last time. It seems really overpriced to me, but maybe. I just don't like Convoke so far, but maybe I'm underestimating it. Selective Snare. Return X target creatures of creature type of your choice to their owner's hand. Does not seem very good. Whenever you surveil, deals 1 damage to each opponent, you gain 1 life. That's decent. Creeping Chill, deals 3 damage to each opponent, you gain 3 life. It's not good. Lava Coil was very solid. Smelt Ward Minotaur. Interesting effect. 2/3 is pretty good for mentoring. It's very expensive. It's an interesting ability though. If it were slower, maybe it would be good. Like if this was a slower format. The format doesn't feel slow right now. That creature didn't seem that great, although 4/5 is okay. Might of the Masses, Golgari Raiders. Spybug was something I remember being excited about in draft. What does it do? Flying Menace, whenever you surveil, put a counter on it. Yeah, that's pretty decent. Unmoored Ego, I don't think it's going to be playable. This is the Guild Mage for blue-red with very powerful abilities. It's Integrity. It's a combat trick for white-red. That's great. Oh, it's not both, right? It's either. Still good. Vindicator was okay. Truefire Captain's a good one. We just play Boros again? Well. She was pretty good. Not amazing. And compared to that Goblin, she has to tap. She's not a mentor. She costs 1 less. But the creature's not a tap. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure she's actually better than that Goblin. And then, what is it? Colossus? Yeah, not very exciting. Okay. Not sure what you're asking, Falky. Amaz is drafting, so I'm allowed to draft. Does that mean that anything? I wish we could, it'd be nice if we could get a clarification on that. Because the email that I have suggests that I can't. The email says, yeah, this is what this is what it says for me. I think I could share this with you. I don't think this is NDA. This is what mine says. That seems pretty clear that I'm not supposed to be playing playing draft. All right. Well, yeah, Felky. So let's take a look at the other stuff, right? So let's reset this. What about commons? So what do we have in each color for commons? So white seems pretty strong for us. We have some very good creatures. Light of the Legion is very powerful. Righteous Blows are fine. The Stalwart, Sunhome Stalwart seems very good. 2/2 First Striker for 2 is good. I think I can make 10th District Guards work, even if I'm not particularly excited about them. The Flyer's alright. We got like no blue cards. Somehow we opened 6 packs and we got 5 blue cards. Did I like accidentally click common? Nope. This is literally reset, right? So my blue cards are 1 Dazzling Lights, 1 Maximize Altitude. You're missing the should element of that, I think. Should is prescriptive. As in, Sealed Guilds of Ravnica should be the only event used. That in of itself seems pretty clear to me. Alright, Radical Idea. Not that exciting. Watching the Mist is decent, but for 2 blue, and Collective Snare is bad. Okay, so we got no blue cards. Let's take a look at our black cards. It's pretty rough. The dead weights have been very solid. removal versus me anyways. I like 1/1 Death Touch guys. Seems very good as well. Whispering Snitch seems fine if we can get Surveil going. Aphatic Vapors, maybe. Veiled Shade is a totally reasonable creature. Creeping Chill seemed pretty bad. Douser of Lights was very uninterested, except the 4/5 in this format so far is fucking huge. It's an interesting card. Maximize Velocity. Fire Urchin. What is this creature? 1/3 trample. Requires instants and sorceries to not be terrible. Locksmith is terrible. Lava Coil is quite good. Sure Strike, finally. I like that card a lot. Smelt Ward Minotaurs looks fine. The Mentor was whatever, but he's playable. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target player. That barely seems playable. This is a finisher. Barging Sergeant was very good. Got 2 of them this time. Command the Storm is removal. Street Riot looks too slow to me, but it might be fun. Book Devourer doesn't look very good, but we'll throw him in. What about green? Might of the Masses, totally playable. We got 2 of them. The Dissident looks fine. I'm not so excited about a 1/4 reach for 3, but 1/4 seems like decent stats. 2 Pax Favors are nice. Can we do Gruul with this? 3/2 Vigilant is very unexciting. The Raiders are whatever. Siege Worm has been a big threat. What are our multicolors? We had very bad multicolors, right? We had a Spy Bug with no sources of Surveil on our deck. We had Unmoored Ego, which is a hate card that draws your opponent's cards. That's almost unplayable in limited and sealed. Like, I mean, unless I catch his splash, it's going to be totally useless, and it's not best of 3. So the Whisper Agent is basically a black card. That's fine. Artful Takedown. Tap target creature. Target creature's spent. That's a pretty good one. That's blue-black. I thought I looked at my multicolors already. League Guildmage is red-blue, but we don't have blue cards playable, so it makes it hard to splash a 2-drop. A red-blue Locket ×2. Be exciting if we had blue cards. Maybe I can make some sort of splash work with blue. Do we have 3 of those, really? We have 3 Izzet Lockets. And a Cyclops is a blue-red. I thought I looked at multicolored already, chat. Did I just miss this somehow? Thank you, Francesco. Draw 2 cards and you may discard a non-land card. That's another blue-red, totally reasonable spell. And then this dude's fucking nuts. Got a black-green Locket. Sonic Assault was fine. Integrity. It's a red card. It's a red dude. That's a little slow. I think Lockets would be good for black-green. And then our powerful creatures were all in. Like, this guy was totally reasonable. He did a lot of damage with Mentor. This creature seems good. If you can get it going, this card is very powerful. Garrison Sergeant was okay. We don't have a lot of guild lands, I don't think. This girl looks strong, but I have nothing else to support her. Like, the green is pretty weak in this deck. The only cards we get out of it are the pump spells. Really? Another Locket. There's the dual lands. So we've got a blue dual, blue-black dual, a blue-red dual, a white-red dual, another white-red dual. Is this the same fucking card with different art? That counts as a different card? Weird. A white-green dual and another white-green dual. I have a lot of white Convoke cards I'm ignoring. I count 1 so far. Does that count? No, you're talking these ones? Yeah. I do have 2 of these. No, I don't. Just misclicked it the first time. Alright, how do I get all these cards out of here? So that's our kind of first pass, I guess. There were more blue-red cards than I initially thought. And the white cards I'm interested are double white, but I could splash a double white and maybe, can I maybe do 4-color, like blue, red, white, blue, red, white, and then black. Right, so if we did black as our primary early game color, a lot of 1-drops, seems fine. Not going to get a lot of value out of this snitch, unfortunately, because we have no Sir Bill cards. Potentially get some value out of this dude. What's the rest of our early game look like? Red creatures were not super good. We had a lava coil, which was exciting. The Minotaur and the Bodyguard is 3s. Bodyguard might not make it. Barging Sergeants is 5s. What if we just built this as like a good stuff deck? Command the Storm as a 5 is good. So what if I did just like really high quality pick stuff here now? Whisper Agent's totally reasonable. Artful Takedown looked very good. Piston Cyclops is not even bad. Only have the 1. Guildmage is a 2. The other, it's going to be very hard to cast Guildmage again is the problem. Fresh Faced Recruit is fine. These Sky Knights look decent. Not sure I'm going to be able to cast him very easily. Like that as a 2. It feels like life gain might be relevant if we're trying to do something like that. I have 2 life gain effects in here if I could potentially trigger off of. Double Restorer as whites. So you'll notice a total lack of fucking removal in all the colors we drafted. That's very unexciting to me. No blue flash removal. We have 1 lava coil, 2 dead weights, and a righteous blow. I think that's it. We have Hypothesizal. That's very expensive removal. Ouch. Yeah, with no removal and no targeted removal of any sort and kind of weak creatures across single colors. Again, I don't see a lot in here that's super fucking good. So maybe I need these slower Convoke creatures to get healing off. So let's say we did 2/4 as a blocker. 4/5 flyers, maybe playable if I'm playing enough white cards. It's like a bunch of vigilant, like a 2/2 first striker, early removal there. All that seems playable. I'm not sure about the 2/2. He might not make the cut. 2/3 might not make the cut. So then early black removal to stall. I don't mind Death Touch. Regular rat is good enough. Opponent's chat says. I don't know about that. 1/1 body that makes him discard 1 is not super exciting. 3 damage to each opponent and you gain 3 life. When it's put into the graveyard from your library, you may exile. If you do, it deals 3 damage to each opponent and you gain 3 life. Sounds terrible. Sounds like you need Survey to make that not shit. So when I look at this, we've got mediocre white creatures, some pretty poor black creatures, although a fair number of them. Although we want to trade these off as soon as humanly possible, but we might get a couple out to get some Convokes going. One threes seem like they'd be okay in this format until your opponent has Mentor, and then it seems like you probably lose with 1/3s. This card's going to be bad for us. This card's going to be less than useful. I want a Sure Strike and a Lava Coil. Maybe I could run a Smoke Guard Minotaur. Command the Storm's removal too that I would like. It'd be nice to play something that wasn't just Rush Face. Green is short on creatures. We do have 2 3-drop creatures, and we're pretty weak on 3-drops. And another 2-drop that we could let die. 1/4 seems pretty bad. And a 4 and another Convoke. So just like unabashedly green. So what are our duels? We have... Ooh, nice. Gateway Plaza. We've got green-white duels. I want these separate in a different stack so I can see them. Yes, game. Both the ones with the same name, please. Red-white duels. Game. Blue-red duel. And a black-blue duel. This card would be super solid if we end up white-green, so with this... Red is looking a little weak right now, although it has 2 removal pieces in it and a bunch of pretty solid creatures. Sky Knights are decent. Recruit is white or red. So I could splash for Command the Storm, drop Smoke Guard, drop splash for Lava Coil. That could be Boros, the Boros gates for those. Drop Sure Strike. Fresh-faced Recruit is white, so that should be fine. Integrity is white, so that's fine. You can splash it later for this last piece of removal is red a little bit later. So that gives us a red splash. Currently not running blue. This card is one of our strongest cards, but it's the only blue card I want to run. I could play Hypothesizzle, but it's very slow. I wouldn't mind this dude, but this guy's red or blue, and we're not really looking to play either of those main colors. So makes that a little bit hard. Got triple Izzet Locket. That could just be more red splashing if I want to do that. And Mara's garbage, you have to tack. No, you don't, you just have to tap it. Convoke taps. I have like 4 Convoke creatures I just put in my deck. I think a 2/2 for 2 that generates tokens that are lifelink tokens is pretty strong. Hence why I think it's a rare. Alright, let's take a look at the rest of our multicolor. What else do we have in here? Artful Takedown. The Whisper Agent. Don't know that I want to splash blue on top of splashing red already. I mean, I'd love to play this card, but we're nowhere near triple blue. The other problem is our black cards are like half of our creatures, because I want to run... I don't really care about Burglar Rat, one or the other. I don't really care about Veiled Shade, but I did care about these dudes. Where's the 1/1 dudes? Didn't I put the 1/1 dudes in my deck? Where did they go? 1/1 Death Touch dudes seem really strong. Seem annoying as fuck that they are. Hired Poisoners and Deadweights. It's like all of my early game anti-creature stuff. But no really powerful cards there, just a slew of little early game cards. The strongest card out of that would be like Artful Takedown. And that's it's pretty good. It's a 4 damage removal spell for 4 and instant speed. That seems relevant. But maybe not good enough to play. Excuse me. Okay, so if we got rid of blue-black entirely and did white, red, green, does that open up anything for us? Oh, it opens up a lack of removal. Does that count as opening something up? I mean, I guess we get Integrities and Lava Coil, or rather Lava Coil and Command the Storm. It's a little bit better removal. White, red, splash opens up Legionnaires. 2/2 flying haste creatures aren't terrible. True Fire Captain's probably too expensive to be splashed, but maybe. Garrison Sergeant's splashable, although kind of unexciting with the number of ones I'm running. This card seems bad. 4 mana, 2/2. I don't know. Maybe it's good enough to play. One of the cards I wanted to check out because I think it's going to be bad. So what are our lockets? We've got lockets that provide red, right? White, red, and green. Not really red either. It should give us some more artifacts. Alright, if we go green, we can do things like Pack Favor, which is good on defense and okay in offense. Might of the Masses. I get my combat tricks. I think I can drop dead weights for combat tricks. I hate dropping the Hired Poisoners, but I don't see playing black in this deck. So we get that. We could drop the blue-black and the red-blue Guild Gates. What does that leave? Some mediocre creatures here. These are good. I don't know if they're good enough to play or not. Depends how heavy that red splash ends up being. This favors big flying slow deck like what we're trying to build here. There's the lockets. These are potentially red mana sources that draw me cards. Cost me 4 red to sack it though. It's not doable. Could probably run the... So I don't get to play these. Feels a little bit bad. That's playable if we want to run double red. We probably don't. This is Selenasia Locket. I'll run one of those for draw. Would I run this card? Maybe. That's playable in red-white. Any other red-whites that we don't have in there? I think not. We got the Blade Instructor. Alright, let's look at it as a slower deck. Everything we've played so far in this format has been super aggro, super aggressive. Let's try some Convoke, slower stuff, try to get some healing. We're way over cards, of course, right now, so we got a lot of cards to cut, but that's fine. Bunch of combat tricks in this deck. Kind of want to keep my combat tricks sorted, too. So what are we definitely not playing? This is our endgame. Convokes are healers. The Loxodon Restorers. Camaraderie is really questionable. Siege Worm is another Convoke creature. The Flight of Equinaughts is a finisher. Again, very, very slow, very heavy deck. This seems like a better Might of Masses for me. Lava Coil is splash removal. Barging Sergeants don't seem very synergetic with this deck. Let's drop those. Garrison Commander seems okay, but not great. Put him in the maybe pile. Let's take a look at the rest. Removal, removal. It's a maybe as well. Might be too much greed. This guy probably doesn't do what we want it to do. I think the card is super strong. But I don't think it's what we want in this deck. I don't think we're going to have double red on 3 very often. Do we have any token generation? Card has pretty bad synergy with our deck. We have no way to put things in our graveyard. And not too much early game. Blade Instructor is pretty weak for this deck too. 1/4 seems okay. 3/2 seems okay. Do we have more red, white, green creatures that are positive defense stats? We do. 2/3 there. Where else? 1/3 Fire Urchins. What's the third color? White. Wait, are white creatures even involved here? All of our white creatures are in already? Sure, sure. Alright, 2/2, 2/2, 1/3s, 2/2, 1/1. I have a lot of ways to buff this card. 2/1, also first striking, 2/2. Fucking Colossus is like another 6-drop. It's in my probably not pile. A lot of combat tricks, too many right now. 3/3 through 3 that heals seems good. More flying creatures. I'm not in love with these guys in this deck. They're kind of missing the mentoring that goes really well with them. Nice to have some higher value creatures in here. That's some kind of shitty early game creatures. I guess we're just trying to convoke out something. But the problem with shitty early game creatures is they're there to trade. And convoke is the opposite of trading. Convoke's like, yeah, I value my little shitty dudes, so don't trade. Card is so counter what we want it to do. It's just a 3-mana body is all I care about it. 3 mana, 3/2 vigilance. Is that better than a 3 mana 2/2 flyer? Probably not. Alright, if I just pulled these, and I'm not sure I am, but let's say I just pulled these as some of the weaker picks. The card actually seems fine to me, but let's pretend. Still 9 over. I would love to get rid of at least 1, 2 of these. I think probably one Might of Masses goes. Maybe the second one. 2/2 first strike seems really good. This 2/2 is pretty weak. The 1/3s are the wrong color, but might still be okay. This 2/2 is pretty weak. That is also fairly weak. That card begs to be mentored. All my fucking 2-drops suck ass. That I could see having use. I don't think these are going to get any value. I don't think 1/3s is good in this format as it is in Dominaria. Mentoring makes 1/3s a little bit too passive. It's too bad this wasn't a Boros Locket or a Gruul Locket. I don't have any of those, right? I have no artifacts? That's lying to me, game. Is this not artifacts? Is that artifacts? Where's artifacts? Don't lie to me. How do I find artifacts? So I've got a green-black one or a white-blue one. Or a blue-red one, rather. There's no Gruul in this one? Oh, is Gruul not a color combination that Ravnica recognizes? Let's see. Artifact is a card type. Then what is this color supposed to be? Isn't this colorless? Isn't that what this color is supposed to be, is colorless? Aren't artifacts colorless? Aren't those artifacts I just had colorless? You know, that looks, when I look at the casting cost of this card, it looks surprisingly colorless to me. Doesn't have a lot of synergy with their deck. Do have some gates. I mean, 5 for a 3/3 double striker is really not bad. Those cost generic mana. What do you think artifacts cost if it's not generic mana? What do you think colorless mana actually represents? It's funny how much more synergy. Is green worth playing with this? Okay, so what do we get out of green? Get a Siege Worm. Get a 1/4, who I'm not excited about. We get a 3/2, I'm not very excited about. We get the Peacemaker, who I am fairly excited about. That card is actually pretty damn good. We get a Mera, who I'm a little excited about, but not massively so. We get this card, who I'm not excited about. We get 2 Pax Favors and a Might of the Masses. So if we instead just played Boros, the color of the gods, and put some black creatures in there. Too bad all of our black dual colors are black-blue, which doesn't help us at all. Yeah, can't cut red, it's got all of our removal in it. And a lot of our better creatures. Can't cut white, it's got all of our stalling effects in it. We're going to have to be able to stall on this deck or we're going to die. So this is white splashing green and red. That fits our dual lands properly. So listen, I got Convoke. Red over green. No, I'm splashing them both. So far, I haven't seen Sealed to be very powerful in 2 decks so far. It just seems better with 3 colors. Alright, how do I get these to sort back? Go back to your normal sorting patterns. I wish it was voice activated. Sort! Maybe we just yell it louder. Sort now! It's not working, chat. Should I keep going louder? Sort now! Maybe I have to be more assertive. Like, maybe it's taking my hesitation as weakness. This is probably too much high end. I believe these cards are going to save me. Don't believe this card's going to save me. Card's like 1,000,000 mana. Talk to it like a lover. Oh, you think you have to seduce it to give you what you want? At least it's possible. Creature count right now, 20. So say we cut Garrison Commanders, strong 5, sure, but we're trying to go better than that. Street Riot as a win more for this. Okay. The moment we've got a fair, I don't know that a 1/4 creature is good enough to play at 3. Maybe it blanks some stuff. Probably just enables mentors to kill me. Doesn't seem like something I want. 2 more out. Creature count is 17. Okay. And we're keeping the 2 Convokes. The Pax Favors. Alright, so we've got a decision. Let's grab Pax Favor back and grab... not Pause for Reflection, although that's interesting. Might of the Masses might be better than Pax Favor. So this would be a good chance. We haven't played green cards yet, so we haven't really played a lot of green-white card stuff either. Should be interesting to see. I have a feeling I'm going to be on the defense. Fresh Fate's Recruit is a lot less good on the defense. Maybe as a cut. I definitely want at least one of these out. I want the Righteous Blow. I think Might of Masses might be fine. I think it might be 1 Pax Favor over one of the Might of Masses. Yeah, I know the Flyers Convoke. But look at the curve on my deck right now, right? Like, we've got some fatties up here. This fatty's very expensive at 8. That's like a fuck ton of mana. I hate not playing this card. This card's really good. But it's good when you're attacking. I feel like this format favors attackers too, which is a little bit awkward. I'm short on 4 drops. I want a 4/3 for 4. That seems like a very unexciting set of stats to me. Do I want a 2/2 for 4? I mean, that's exciting. Do I want another 2/2 for 4? Does have Convoke. Maybe that card's better and I'm going to give it credit for it. So we need 2 cards out. It's going to be Pax Favor. And it's going to be... Creature count is 17. 1 more card. I want the Locket for drawing. I want to run 17 lands. I'm looking at these Legionnaires. I'm looking at this dude. We got 2 cards out. And I'm looking at the Worm as a blocker. I mean, I think a 5/5 Trampler may just be worse in all ways than a, you know, just 1 mana cheaper than a 4/5 flyer. And our goal is just to stall long enough to kill them with big dudes, right? Combat tricks to make that possible. First strikers, annoying blockers. 2/2s don't really seem like annoying blockers, but whatever. Healing, lots of healing effects. We have a mentor effect that will never trigger. Is a 2/3 flyer 4 good enough? I mean, it gets chip damage in. Wait, does that number include the lands? Yeah, but it already added the rest of the lands. 6, 9, 12, plus 5 is 17. Okay. So it is 2 more cards out. Long draft, guys. Sealed is a weird format to construct for me. Something new and different. I like it a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 2-drops. 5 2-drops. +1/+1 might not be enough. I want to play with one of each. I'm going to take one Might of the Masses and one of those Pax Favor and just see how they play out. I want to see how good Convoke is on the defense. It feels like it should be really good on defense because I could tap after declaring blockers and get double use out of it. It doesn't require that they don't have Summoning Sickness. Might be better than Might of the Masses for that. +1/+1 generally isn't very good. +2/+2 for 1 is solid, like Integrity. So we need 2 more cards out of this. I don't think I can support a Flight and the Siege Worm. And I think I need 3 drops. This is 4. These are going to be very bad blockers. It might be one of these out. And then one of these big dudes out and run 16 creatures. Seems okay. Colossus, we're going to see how it plays. I think I would be prone to cutting this. Yes, I can edit between matches. But we don't match the same person multiple times because this is quick draft sealed. So that means one of these out. I think I'm going to cut this guy because he's double green. That's my logic. So we'll grab this dude. All right. So this is what we're running. How did we do in terms of early game green creatures? We don't have any white creatures, right? Or red creatures? We do, actually. We have that little flexible dude. This is a 2/2. I'm not actually convinced he's better than the little flexible dude. The flexible dude might just be fine. The job is exactly the same, right? The job is to die. Die. Okay. Slow that green down a little bit. We have a green on 3. Okay. All right. Okay, so red sources. We have 1, 2. Ooh, this guy made the cut. Did this guy make the cut? He's in the deck. Did he make the cut? Begs to be. I mean, he's a 2/1, right? That's what double strike is a 2/1 with vigilance and trample. Probably made the cut. Okay, how many sources of what colors now? So early game, I look at this. We need doubles, but we need doubles around mana source 5. We need singles all the way up for everybody. Preferably white, but white's going to be our dominant color anyways. So when do we need green by? 3 would be nice. We need green a little bit earlier than red. Although red is similar. We've got 4 extra sources here of white. Seems like a lot. Do I want to run Gateway Plaza for this? Maybe. They recommend 7. This is 5 sources of red, 6 sources of red, and 3 sources of green. That's really slow. Gateway Plaza is going to be another tap land, huh? I think I want less sources of white for this. This is 2, 4. This is currently 10 sources of white. That seems pretty reliable. And it gives us at least 1 more mountain, maybe 2 more mountains. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 17 lands. We have 5 plains, 5 mountains. 4, no. 7, 8, 9, 10 green. Really? I have 10 green sources? Holy shit. No, I don't. 3, 4, 5, 6 green sources. 7 red sources, and still too many white sources. It's still 9. We can cut 1 more plains. Get one more forest in there. So we're 7, 7, 9. That seems pretty playable. We're not going to be hurting on colors. We're going to be hurting on mana from tap lands. Okay, let's try this. What are these colors called when they're these three together? We're going to try Convoke. And I'm going to grab some Saki. So we're going to do Convoke with Saki. Maybe we call that a Saki Convoke. Seems like fun. Maybe it's just Convoke Saki. I could totally run Worm, by the way, with this deck. Like, double green is going to be absolutely playable. Like, we're going to have a million fucking sources of everything. Let's try it. Saki it is, right back.